but one group says they simply aren't good enough. Joining us on set is Bruce Lisman, a retired Wall Street executive who now runs the campaign for Vermont. Mr. Lisman, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. What is the Campaign for Vermont?
Well, it's an advocacy group. We're nonpartisan. We're certainly nonprofit. We're not connected to any political party or those who would run for political office. Rather, we're trying to build a coalition in support of some really good common sense ideas. Our central theme is that the best time to think about building a diversified, dynamic economy is yesterday. The second best time to do it is today. It's good for jobs. It's good for the people in Vermont. It's an important long-term consideration. And so we're advocating for good ideas, mainstream ideas, ideas that are moderate in just about every sense, that would underpin the idea of building a very strong economy.
Thank you. Well, your background is on Wall Street, so what led you to actually form this organization?
Well, that's true. I was on Wall Street a long time. I grew up in Burlington. I went to Burlington schools. I went to the University of Vermont. My parents lived there. My mother worked as an assistant at the university so that my brother and I could get an employee discount. And we both sort of migrated to New York, and I certainly really felt like I never left this Vermont community and was back often. And on top of that, served on some boards in Burlington. Upon coming back, I took a tour and met just an awful lot of people, including in this town as well. And I think I saw in a very clear way an opportunity for our state to build itself an economy of its own making, but one that creates more jobs than there are people to fill them. And through that, begin a process of restocking what I think are natural resource. Biggest one we have, of course, are our people. People who graduate from college or graduate from high school who will be going on to college and will be hopefully a magnet for families that live outside of Vermont, who want to be here for our school system, for the quality of life, and because there's a terrific job.
Excellent. Now, in about an hour, you'll be hosting a forum in St. Johnsbury, and several local business leaders will be in attendance. What do you hope to gain from that forum?
It's an opportunity for me to learn a lot, I hope. For people who are interested, there are going to be 4 people there from the community talking about things that they do. For example, Tim McGuire's Burke Mountain, John Goodrich, an old friend of mine, is at Weedman, and Paul Bankston, Northeastern Vermont Regional Hospital, and Tracy Holbrook is of Union Bank. They're people who have deep roots in this community, but also a broader perspective. It's an opportunity for those who come to say, I have a couple of things on my mind about our state or the economy, and I have some ideas. And I don't know about you, but I get my best ideas not from staring out the window, but from talking with others, other people who have thoughtful ideas, prepared to offer them.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for your time, Mr. Lisman.
Thanks so much for having me.
Absolutely.